What's up, family? This your ghetto news supporter, Mary Dance between the Mary Lee. Today is December 5th, sexy Saturday in my city, Chicago. The year is supposed to be 2020, but they say books, movies are corrupt. Suicide is way up. That's coming from Richard Dimplesfield. Check it out on YouTube or Google it if you don't believe me. Matter of fact, just think about it. You don't even have to question yourself. In this day and time, yeah, this one is going out to my supposed to be real mother, my birth mother, Mary Lee Wright. Now, I always wondered why her name was Mary Lee Wright and my name is Mary Lee Davis. I also wonder why my so-called father wasn't mentioned on my birth certificate. Now, back in the day, I used to cry for my mother, and she was always laid up in a insane asylum or some kind of hospital. They said she had a nervous breakdown, couldn't take care of me, this, that, and the third. But she did name me after her, Mary Lee, and that's why I say don't forget to put the dash between the Mary and the Lee, because even in the Bible it says, I believe Luke chapter 12. Don't quote me. You understand what I'm saying? That your parents will be against you, mother against daughter, and father against son, and such and such and such and such. Yeah. Now my mother, Mary Lee Wright, supposed to had died March 23rd of 2000. And if you read the book of Esther's chapter 8, verse 9, you will see March 23rd in the Bible. Now these old timers, they know the game better than their children or whatever and stuff. Games people play. Back in the day, I asked my supposed to be birth mother, Mary Lee Wright, why, she gave me up at this, that, and the third or whatever and stuff. And who was my father? And she said his name was Tyrone. And the only Tyrone I knew, was Tyrone Davis. You understand what I'm saying? And he was a blues singer. He came up with a song, it's like mom's apple pie, sweet, sweet, sweet. Now, when I was questioning my mother, you know, at the age of 17, and about, my father, she was like, oh, just forget about it. Don't say anything or whatever and stuff. I guess the line of questioning was a bit too much or whatever and stuff. And, you know, I said, okay, no problem, whatever, after she gave me that name, Tyrone or whatever. You better call Tyrone. Shout out to Erica Badu. Um, so, I thought nothing of it, and, one time she and I was getting on the bus. Now, she didn't want me to say anything pertaining to some real stuff. But she and I got on the bus one time, and, she told everybody on the bus, this is my daughter, Mary. This is my daughter, Mary Lee. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, wow, now you don't want me talking about personal, business or whatever and stuff, family business, but you're going to expose me to the whole bus, people on the bus, strangers and stuff, and I was real embarrassed by that or whatever and stuff, See, games people play, and your mother will be the main one playing the game on you. Even Notorious Big in his 10 crack commandment video said, number three, for enough money, your mama be laying in the bushes. Now, I don't know if that's for me or against me, but I know it has to be against me because I've been catching hell since birth. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And you have parents out here who don't give a fuck about their children. I don't mean to curse y'all. I'm trying to keep it civilized and stuff, but I've gone through a whole bunch of stuff to tell my mother if she don't stand up for me this time, I promise you, I will not know her come the end of this year or whatever, because I know she didn't die because I did it right. I know I did it right. And when I, went to her funeral, you know, mind you, the headstone said Mary Lee Davis on it. It didn't say Mary Lee Wright, which means I may have very well went to my own funeral March 23rd of 2000. And that's why my so-called sister Linda Nelson, had the nerve to say, I thought you was trying to kill mama. Real. You're the one who did not, you know, pay her when she got hit by a bus and her leg was messed up. Now, I know by now she's probably walking like, you know, a pimp, if anything. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk, because I too had broken both of my ankles, but she had only had one leg messed up. But I had broke both of my ankles and they fixed mine. So, I take care and been taking care of my mother and my whole family my whole life because I am the breadwinner. I am the originator of rap. You understand what I'm saying? I am worth more dead than I am alive. And if you do not stand up for me for real, because in 1995 when I gave Oprah Winfrey my truths for real to the sound of music, and I said I wanted my foster mother, whose name is Betty Jean Redmond, and my real mother, whose name is Mary Lee Wright. Get it? Betty Wright, no pain, no gain. You understand what I'm saying? Um, to stand up on her show, and that was in Chicago at the time, the Oprah Winfrey Show, and represent themselves or whatever and stuff for being what I thought to be good people, if anything. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to sit back, relax, and really think about how far you've come without people such as your so-called elders that the Bible also talk about being a nuisance in so many words in the young people lives and stuff. Because see, old people, they tend to just keep trending that old tradition, that old time religion and stuff. Now, I don't mean to, go hard body in this video, but I've been through some things and I'm being very nice. And anybody that can relate to me by now, real Mary Mack or Myra's, please do not dispute this video in no way, shape, or form as blasphemy against, your grandmother or your elders. But sometimes they be stuck in their ways and they need to be brought up to speed and stuff because we're going backwards. And I'm not trying to be no slave. Now, if they were a slave, they probably got a whole lot of animosity, this, that, and the third or whatever. But if I, you know, came up through the ranks and stuff and came back for you like Harriet Tubman came back for her parents and stuff, the least you could do is enjoy the ride and not shit on me and say it's raining. Now, I'm going to need my millenniums for real today because today is December the 5th. My foster father, Leon Baker Redmond's birthday, and Walt Disney's um, birthday. The guy who came up with quote unquote Disneyland, who 9 times out of 10 foundational, Native Americans probably once owned the land and the name and all that, and he just stole that as well or whatever because you know they have a Disney headquarters in Chicago on Sheridan. And I made sure, and I gave my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors plus one song, to that company, plus a picture of the Last Supper that looked like colored people. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And Jesus, and whoever was cooking that meal had to be a lady, and you just didn't see that person and stuff. See, you see, sometimes you don't see, but you have to believe. You have to have the faith of a mustard seed. And I guarantee you, the food had to be good. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't die from the food. But in Christmas or on Christmas in Atlanta, I almost died. You understand what I'm saying? While homeless and trying to figure things out after being railroaded May 31st, 2008 for so-called disarming a police officer, something I did not do. You understand what I'm saying? The initial pullover on Devon and Clark was tinted windows, and they were not even limo tint. You understand what I'm saying? They was the lightest tint that you could have on your car. And to this day, December the 5th, 2020, there are people out there, including the police, you understand what I'm saying, that have not only tinted windows, but limo tint on their cars. And I'm not talking police cars, but yeah, even some police cars. You understand what I'm saying? Take a look around, y'all. To be aware is to be alive. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Now, when they poisoned me, after I was on parole trying to figure some stuff out in Atlanta, you understand what I'm saying, at a homeless shelter, I almost died. Real talk. I believe it was Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day. either way, nobody came to my rescue. They just kind of watched to see if I was gonna die or whatever and stuff. I threw up for like 6 hours straight or whatever and stuff. Nobody asked, do you want me to take you to the hospital, which is called Grady's in Atlanta? No one asked anything. You understand what I'm saying? And if they did, I don't remember because no one came as far as the ambulance. You understand what I'm saying? The first thing I would have been like, no, you need an ambulance, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't have gone anyway, probably. But yeah, because, they said it wasn't that the bullet that killed Martin Luther King, quote unquote, it was the so-called people that was in the hospital. Once he went to the hospital, they put a pillow over his face. That's what killed him. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean, I believe because, in 2016, the day after Mother's Day, which was May 9th, they put me on a psych ward knowing I don't drink, drug, or smoke. And my sobriety date is on Christmas, December the 25th, 1997. And they held me down on December the 9th. My fault. May 9th. You have to excuse me. They held me down the day after Mother's Day. Mother's Day was on May 8th. They held me down on May 9th. You understand what I'm saying? Of 2016. And gave me all kind of psychotropic drugs or whatever and stuff. They gave me a shot like once a month for 6 months, sometimes twice a month. One time they crept into my room and I woke up and they held me down and gave me a shot for no apparent reason other than to see how I would react to their fucking drugs or whatever, knowing I don't drink, drug, or smoke. I will have 23 years sober this year, 2020. So they say it's 2020. It could very well be 2019. I don't give a fuck. I know I have 23 years regardless and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Of what, antics and, mischief they pulled on me May 9th, 2016. I wrote a whole book on the psych ward at Cook County Jail called Liquid Hell because there's people in or on the psych ward right now to this day that's catching hell. You understand what I'm saying? For no apparent reason other than they are a genius or, they the doctors just want to push they vaccines and their, chemicals and their prescriptions. And, they said Michael Jackson died because of prescription drugs and the doctor, that administered the drugs to him only got so-called 4 years. You understand what I'm saying? And that's nothing for a billionaire. And if I'm the originator of rap, and I know I'm worth at least $1 zillion. You understand what I'm saying? I know to this day my worth. You understand what I'm saying now? And I'm not selling out, copping out, or dropping out for nobody. But at the end of the day, my mother, for enough money, because she did drink and smoke, you understand what I'm saying, will probably sell me out for a pack of cigarettes and a drink. You understand what I'm saying? And my family being the same way. And my oldest sister, Linda Nelson, being a RN at Michael Reese Hospital in my city, Chicago, and that they are rebuilding. They starting the game over is what I'm trying to get my new millenniums to understand. And once they start the game over, ain't no coming back from, 47 years of, we shall overcome and, I am somebody and, bling bling, money ain't a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Now, I've never had a brand new car, but you understand what I'm saying? Or a real day at the spa or a real vacation. But I am being treated like crap because, all the, single ladies and whoever the fuck, you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to live happily ever after off of my blood, sweat, and tears, including my family. Now, with that said, you understand what I'm saying? I want you to take a good look at this face, mama. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm the man today, but I'm also a lady. You understand what I'm saying? That saved you from your madness. And if you are alive, you might want to thank my higher power. For real, for real. And if you don't stand up for me, I guarantee you, I brought you in my world. I'll take you out. You understand what I'm saying? Personally. I hate to be so blunt. I'm going to need some help today, though. Peace.